Have you ever felt like something is holding you back from reaching your true potential? Like there's an invisible barrier stopping you from experiencing the fullness of life? Today, we're diving into a topic that can help you break through that barrier and step into a life of greater freedom and joy. We're talking about the ego and the 7 lies it tells us that sabotage our spiritual growth. The ego is often misunderstood. It's not just about being boastful or arrogant. The ego is that part of us that creates a false sense of self, a self that is separate from others, and it thrives on fear and insecurity. It's the voice in our head that tells us we're not good enough, that we need to be better, faster, stronger to be worthy of love and acceptance. The ego builds walls around us, walls that keep us from connecting with our true selves and others. But the good news is, we can break free from these lies and live a more authentic, fulfilling life. The first lie the ego tells us is that we are separate from everyone else. This lie creates a sense of isolation and loneliness. It makes us feel like we are alone in our struggles, that no one can truly understand what we are going through. But the truth is, we are all connected. We are all part of the same human experience. When we realize this, we can start to feel a sense of belonging and support. We can see that we are not alone, that there are others who share our joys and our pains. This realization can be incredibly freeing and empowering. The second lie is that our worth is determined by our achievements and possessions. The ego tells us that we need to constantly strive for more, that we need to be successful, wealthy, and admired to be valuable. This lie keeps us on a never-ending treadmill of striving and stress. But the truth is, our worth is inherent. We are valuable simply because we exist. Our worth is not determined by what we do or what we have. When we understand this, we can start to let go of the constant need for more and find peace in the present moment. The third lie is that we need to be perfect to be loved. The ego tells us that we need to hide our flaws and weaknesses, that we need to present a perfect image to the world to be accepted. This lie creates a lot of pressure and stress. It makes us feel like we are never good enough. But the truth is, we are loved and worthy just as we are, with all our imperfections. When we embrace our true selves, we can start to experience deeper, more authentic connections with others. We can let go of the need to be perfect and start to feel more at ease with who we are. The fourth lie is that we need to control everything to be safe. The ego tells us that we need to have everything under control, that we need to plan and manage every aspect of our lives to avoid failure and disappointment. This lie creates a lot of anxiety and fear. It makes us feel like we are constantly on edge, always worried about what might go wrong. But the truth is, we cannot control everything. Life is unpredictable, and that's okay. When we let go of the need for control, we can start to feel more relaxed and at peace. We can trust that things will work out, even if they don't go according to plan. The fifth lie is that we need to compare ourselves to others to know our worth. The ego tells us that we need to constantly measure ourselves against others, that we need to be better than others to be valuable. This lie creates a lot of jealousy and resentment. It makes us feel like we are always in competition, always trying to prove ourselves. But the truth is, we are all unique and valuable in our own way. We don't need to compare ourselves to others to know our worth. When we stop comparing, we can start to appreciate our own unique gifts and talents. We can start to feel more confident and secure in who we are. The sixth lie is that we need to hold on to the past to protect ourselves. The ego tells us that we need to cling to our past experiences, that we need to hold on to our grudges and resentments to avoid being hurt again. This lie creates a lot of pain and bitterness. It makes us feel like we are stuck in the past, unable to move forward. But the truth is, we can let go of the past. We can forgive and release our old wounds. When we let go of the past, we can start to feel lighter and more free. We can start to live more fully in the present moment. The seventh lie is that we need to fear the future. The ego tells us that the future is scary and uncertain, that we need to worry and plan for every possible outcome to avoid disaster. This lie creates a lot of fear and anxiety. It makes us feel like we are always bracing for the worst. But the truth is, the future is full of possibilities. When we let go of our fear of the future, we can start to feel more hopeful and excited about what's to come. We can start to trust that good things are on the way. Breaking free from these lies is not easy. It takes courage and commitment. But when we start to see through the ego's illusions, we can start to experience a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. We can start to live more authentically and connect more deeply with ourselves and others. We can start to experience the true joy and freedom that comes from living in alignment with our true selves. So, how do we break free from the ego's lies? The first step is awareness. We need to start paying attention to the thoughts and beliefs that are driving our actions. We need to start questioning the stories the ego is telling us. Are they really true, or are they just illusions? When we start to see through the ego's lies, we can start to let them go. The second step is acceptance. We need to accept ourselves just as we are, with all our imperfections and flaws. We need to stop trying to be perfect and start embracing our true selves. When we accept ourselves, we can start to experience deeper, more authentic connections with others. We can start to feel more at ease with who we are. The third step is letting go. We need to let go of the need for control, the need for perfection, the need for comparison. We need to let go of our past wounds and our fears of the future. When we let go, we can start to feel lighter and more free. We can start to live more fully in the present moment. The fourth step is trust. We need to trust that we are valuable just as we are, that we are connected to others, that we are loved and supported. We need to trust that life will work out, even if it doesn't go according to plan. When we trust, we can start to feel more relaxed and at peace. We can start to feel more hopeful and excited about the future. The fifth step is gratitude. We need to start appreciating the good things in our lives, no matter how small. We need to start focusing on what we have rather than what we lack. When we practice gratitude, we can start to feel more content and fulfilled. We can start to see the beauty and abundance in our lives. The sixth step is compassion. We need to be kind and gentle with ourselves and others. We need to stop judging and criticizing and start showing more understanding and empathy. When we practice compassion, we can start to feel more connected and supported. We can start to experience deeper, more meaningful relationships. The seventh step is presence. We need to start living more fully in the present moment. We need to stop worrying about the past and the future and start focusing on the here and now. When we practice presence, we can start to feel more alive and engaged. We can start to experience the true joy and freedom that comes from living in alignment with our true selves. Breaking free from the ego's lies is a lifelong process. It takes time and effort, but the rewards are worth it. When we start to see through the ego's illusions, we can start to experience a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. We can start to live more authentically and connect more deeply with ourselves and others. We can start to experience the true joy and freedom that comes from living in alignment with our true selves. So let's start today. Let's start paying attention to the thoughts and beliefs that are driving our actions. Let's start questioning the stories the ego is telling us. Let's start accepting ourselves just as we are, with all our imperfections and flaws. Let's start letting go of the need for control, the need for perfection, the need for comparison. Let's start trusting that we are valuable just as we are, that we are connected to others, that we are loved and supported. Let's start practicing gratitude, compassion, and presence. Let's start living more fully in the present moment. Remember, you are not alone. We are all in this together. We are all part of the same human experience. When we realize this, we can start to feel a sense of belonging and support. We can start to see that we are not alone, that there are others who share our joys and our pains. This realization can be incredibly freeing and empowering. You are valuable just as you are. Your worth is inherent. You are loved and worthy just as you are, with all your imperfections. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You don't need to control everything to be safe. You don't need to compare yourself to others to know your worth. You don't need to hold on to the past to protect yourself. You don't need to fear the future. You are enough just as you are. So take a deep breath. Let go of the ego's lies. Start living more fully in the present moment. Start experiencing the true joy and freedom that comes from living in alignment with your true self. You are not alone. We are all in this together. We are all part of the same human experience. And together we can break free from the ego's lies and step into a life of greater freedom and joy.